Hello everybody, it's Maquito. I hope everybody's having a good day and it's had a good day so far. Usually, as you can tell from the title, we swept the player props and I'll be wearing the robe. But I mentioned like a couple weeks ago I was gonna get a new one. But if I'm being honest, I haven't really looked for a new one. Mainly because I just really don't know what to get. But I should be wearing it. But we did have a great day in the last video. I'll explain it at the end of the video. But we have a pretty good slate when it comes to Champions League. I would have this video sooner. I try to post these videos as soon as I can, but I do have a job outside of this. I'll work late today, so I'm trying to get this video out as soon as I can. So I do apologize for the video being a little late, but I have plays that I like. As always, if I do have any added plays, they will be in the pinned comment either later tonight, but more than likely tomorrow before the game start. I will try to post added plays, but again, I have work tomorrow as well, so I will try to post them. I know I might have some free time around 1:30, so about 30 minutes before the second set of games start and stuff like that. So I'll try to post. Usually I try to make them about an hour to 30 minutes before the game start, but honestly it could be up to like 15 minutes before the game start. But if I do have any added plays, keep an eye out in the pinned comment. If not, you could join the Discord, which is free to join. I will notify the Discord and tag everybody if I do have any added plays if they're late, just in case, just so y'all have time to make these plays. So if I do have more, not guaranteed I will have any because I might not have time or I might not find anything that I like, but if I do, it will be there. But I'll get straight into the plays that I do have. The first play that I found that I like is Fermin Lopez to go higher than 2.5 shots at home for Barcelona, going up against Olympiacos. I know a lot of bets are going to be placed on Marcus Rashford and Yamal, but their lines are pretty high. I know on Price Picks, Yamal right now is at 5 and Rashford's at 3.5, which you could take either one of those, but I think you're getting good value here for Fermin. He's a shooter as well. He's trusted by Flick. Flick has said he's trying to trust the young players. He got subbed in at halftime last game against Girona. Only played the second half and went over with 5. He is a shooter. He averaged 2.96 shots per 90 in the league last season and 3.2 in the Champions League. In La Liga last season, he's showed to be a versatile player, shooting 28 with his right, 9 with his left, and 4 headers. And he's a long shot taker as well, which is what I like. He's not afraid to shoot, taking 23 from inside the box and 18 from outside the box. And most of the times when he does play in this Barcelona team, he's one of 3 midfielders, and then he plays next to 2 wingers and the striker. He's never the striker, he's never the winger. He's usually an attacking midfielder or one of the 3 just midfielders in general. But because of the injuries in the offense, Rafinha being out, Dani Olmo being out, Lewandowski being out, and the midfield being healthy in the sense that De Jong, Pedri, and Casado can now play in the midfield, he should be playing more offensively than usual, and that's exactly what happened last game when he got subbed in. Rashford played as the striker, he played as a left winger, Yamal played as the right winger. He was able to play more offensively, and he went over with 5, so I expect him to play more as a left winger and be more offensively this game. Besides Olympiacos in the Champions League this season, they played Arsenal, gave him 61% of the ball, 16 shots. Barcelona's another team that plays possession and will shoot, so he will get the chances. If you look at that game against Arsenal, Trossard played on the wing. He got 4 shots. Martinelli, who plays on the wing as well, who sometimes is known to not shoot when he plays on the wing, went over with 3. And at 2.5, I like the line at home, so I like Fermin Lopez to go higher than 2.5 shots. And then the second play that I found that I like is Alex Grimaldo to go under 1.5 shots at home for Leverkusen, going up against PSG. He is an overlapping fullback and is known for his offense, but he has a very tough matchup here against PSG, who is great defensively, on average in the Champions League and Ligue 1, allowing 9.4 shots a game. That's really low. And a lot of his shots, the majority of his shots, is from free kicks and set pieces in general. 6 of the 12 shots that he's taken so far in the Bundesliga have been from penalties and free kicks, and 2 of the 5 shots that he's taken in the Champions League so far have been from free kicks as well. So again, if you take away those 6 free kick shots, and penalty shots from the Bundesliga, he's averaging like less than a shot a game. And I mentioned that specifically because PSG is not an aggressive team, nor are they a careless team. So far in Ligue 1, they have fouled the least. I took their play with Strasbourg last game to not concede a penalty, and that hit because they're not an aggressive team. Again, they have averaged the least fouls per game in Ligue 1 so far, and out of 36 teams in the Champions League, they have fouled the 7th least. So they're a team that don't foul, which is why I like it. PSG's they don't have many weaknesses at all, but when it comes to defensively, their weaknesses come from aerial threats and aerial duels and stuff like that. And he's not an aerial threat. He doesn't get headers because he's the one making those passes, making those crosses to get those opportunities. So besides, he would be guarded by Hakimi, who is the right back, and he's a fast and great fullback. So I don't expect Leverkusen to get a lot of chances as a team, let alone Grimaldo. The only way he goes over, in my opinion, is from free kicks. But when he plays these tough teams, he's more of a playmaker and defense. So I like this play. Alex Grimaldo to go under 1.5 shots. Before I get into my money line plays, as always, I really appreciate if everybody took a second to like the video and comment as well. It's a great way to support the channel. I post all of my plays for free, so it's a great way to support, boost the video out to more people. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe so you're notified when these videos go out. And I mentioned my Discord earlier. I also put my videos out in the Discord whenever they do go out as well. And it's also a great community where people post their own plays. You can post your plays, get input, and talk during the games in all sports, not just soccer. NBA's about to start, NFL, all of that, MLB. So link for that in the description. The only form of premium that I have is my YouTube membership. Again, you can get all my picks for free on the YouTube and my pinned comments. I don't hide any of my picks. It's just for those that want to support the channel a little more. But you do also get the content out earlier. So if you're not a member, those that are got the video and all these picks before everybody else. Even when the video goes out late, the members, you will get the videos first. It's a great way to avoid bumps because sometimes these videos and the plays do get bumped after I post them publicly because of the influx of people making these bets. So if you're interested in that, link for that in the description. And I do have my 7-day free trial codes for Outlier linked as well. It doesn't work for Champions League. It's for the top 6 leagues, top 5 leagues, and then the MLS. And it's a great resource app. You can also use it for all the other sports, NFL and NBA. You can find plays. You can put your plays and see if it backs up with the numbers. And just a great resource app you can use. 7-day free trial. Why not use it? A link is in the description for that. And then, like I mentioned before, any plays, added plays will be in the pinned comment or in my Discord. So I really want to thank anybody and everybody that supports me in any way. But I'll get straight into money line plays. All these are in the Champions League, UEFA Champions League. The first play I got for -135, and that's Dortmund to go over 1.5 goals away from home, going up against Copenhagen. You could take their money line because, in my opinion, Copenhagen could get 2. Hence why I'm not taking the money line, because if they take the money line, they would either have to win 1-0, or if they win, they would have to score at least 2. So I'd rather just take them to score 2. Besides, even if Dortmund's winning 1-0, they won't settle for that because goal difference is a big difference in what could get them like qualification or having to go through like the promotion style stuff like that. Dortmund's offense has done well this season. They have scored 2+ goals in 6 of 9 games so far. And they missed in the most recent game against Bayern, but that's a really tough matchup. And they still managed to score 1 in that game. And now they have a much better matchup against Copenhagen, who have conceded 2 goals in both Champions League games against another German side, Leverkusen, and conceded 2 to Karabakh. And Dortmund, in my opinion, have a better offense and a better team than those two. Copenhagen have had some injuries as well, mainly their right back, which is Westgas, and have struggled defensively in the domestic league anyways. They have been struggling on defense, and they're really going to struggle against Dortmund, who have a fully healthy offense and should be able to exploit those defensive weaknesses. They have converted so far on 40% of shots on target that they've taken in the Bundesliga, which is already clinical for a team, which is good. And then it has only been 2 games in the Champions League, but they have converted in 62% of shots on target that they've taken so far. That is really, really high. Again, it's only been 2 games, but they have shown to take advantage of their chances, so I expect them to get it done. So I like higher than 1.5 Dortmund goals going up against Copenhagen. And the second one that I found that I like is a slip for -149, and the first play is higher than 0.5 first half goals in the Villarreal and Manchester City game. It doesn't matter who scores, we just need at least 1 goal in this game. This game can easily be a high-scoring game between both teams, especially at home. Villarreal is a real threat no matter who they play. This play has hit in 5 of 6 home games that they've played so far. 4 of those being from them scoring, 1 of them from them conceding. They are a leaky team as well. They can allow goals to opponents. They've conceded in 8 of 11 games so far in all competitions, and are a team that are like end-to-end. They try to get the ball press right away, but then if they lose it, they can be vulnerable on that side, and that's dangerous against City. They will get their chances. This play has hit in 9 of 11 City games in all competitions, and they themselves have also shown their defensive vulnerabilities as well. They conceded 2 goals away to Monaco in the most recent Champions League game, and then they kept the clean sheet against Napoli, but that was only because Napoli got a red card after 21 minutes. I easily could have seen Napoli scoring at least 1 goal in that game if they didn't, but they have shown that they can concede. Villarreal tend to make mistakes, which City can easily pounce on, especially with Holland, and City are also a vulnerable team after they lose possession and on the wings. They're a team that they press a lot, but then when it comes to the defensive players, their defense really comes from their possession. But if they get caught out on possession, Villarreal is a fast team that can take advantage of it. It's 2 good offensive teams. The chances will be there. I expect at least one of them to convert. So I like Harden 0.5 first half goals in the Villarreal and Manchester City game. And the second play for this slip is Harden 2.5 total goals in the Barcelona and Olympiacos game. This can easily hit with just Barcelona. In a Barcelona game, you can expect a lot of goals, whether it's them scoring or opponents scoring. This has hit in 10 of 11 games for Barcelona so far. They can score those 3 by themselves, but they have also shown to be weak defensively. Other than their goalkeepers, despite being healthy on defense, they tend to make those mistakes. Playing Olympiacos, who is playing well domestically, and while they didn't score against Arsenal, they still cause problems. Podence and Bartons are quick wing threats that can exploit Barcelona as well. And they still conceded 2 to Arsenal, though, who didn't start Saka, didn't start Eze, didn't start Rice, and they scored once they got subbed in. They will struggle to get Barcelona off the ball. And now they're playing Fermin, Rashford, and Yamal, all of them who are not afraid to shoot. Barcelona could let in a goal, maybe even 2 against Olympiacos, but they should be able to get it done as well. It could be either team, it could be 2-1, it could be 3-1, it could be 2-2, but I see goals being scored in this game, so I like this play. Higher than 2.5 total goals in the Barcelona and Olympiacos game, and I have this play for -149. Thank you everybody for watching. I'll quickly go over last video's picks. Like I mentioned, we swept the player props. We went 4-0. We had 3 on the YouTube, and we had 1 added play as well. The added play was Jude Bellingham, over 1.5 shots. He hit. We had Konsa under 57.5 passes. I know he was like at 30-something at halftime, and some people were worried. But I knew they were going to, Tottenham were going to control the ball regardless. That he stayed under, which was good for us. We had Mondragora to go under 2 tackles. He ended with 0, got subbed out, that hit. And then we had Benjamin Andre to go over 54.5 passes. He got bumped all the way up to like 62.5, and even then I believe he still went over. So that was a great read. We had great reads in that video. It was 4-0. We were due for a sweep. Before that, I believe we were like 6-1, 3-1, 6-1, and back-to-back days. So we were almost there when it came to sweeping every single time, and we finally did. So we had a great day. And then Moneyline wise, there's a reason why I didn't have an added, a ladder challenge play, because Moneylines lately haven't been doing so great. So I have my plays, which I still like, but we're gonna chill on the ladder challenge for now. We had both teams to score in the Elche and Bilbao game, but that game ended 0-0. And then we had Juventus to draw against Como, and then Bologna to win or draw against Cagliari. Bologna came through, they won their game, but Juventus lost that game 2-0. I was watching that game whenever I could, and Como just played a great game. I shouldn't have. I'm not gonna say I shouldn't have doubted them, but they impressed me and they played well. So good for them, but obviously bad for us. Hence why I'm not doing ladder challenge. Let's just chill for that for now. But I still like those plays. I really like the player props as well, and hopefully we can keep that momentum going into this Champions League slate. I mentioned the added plays. We may or may not have some, depending on if I find anything that I like or if I have the time. And I'll tag y'all in the Discord if I do have more. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.